In the city where dreams are supposed to come true, what if the reality for thousands is more like a nightmare? Las Vegas, the city of dazzling lights, luxury hotels, casinos, and 24/7 entertainment, hides a shocking secret. Beneath the glitz and glamour lies a harsh truth, a hidden crisis growing faster than anyone wants to admit. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a side of Sin City most tourists never see. A reality as dark as the desert nights. The homeless population is exploding, and the stories behind it are as heartbreaking as they are eye-opening. Only in Las Vegas, right? But this time, it's not the bright lights capturing attention, it's the shadow they leave behind. Imagine this. In the middle of a busy Las Vegas intersection, someone climbs out of a manhole. For many, it's an unusual sight. For others, it's a grim reality. Beneath the dazzling lights of the Las Vegas Strip, a network of underground tunnels shelters an estimated 1,500 people. People the city has forgotten. Above ground, the situation is even worse. Nearly 8,000 individuals live without permanent shelter, a staggering 20% increase from last year. How did it get this bad? And why is it getting worse? Let's break it down. Las Vegas is a city of contrasts. On one hand, you have high rollers dropping thousands of dollars on casino floors. On the other, a growing number of people can't afford basic housing. A report from local authorities paints a grim picture. In 2022, over 5,600 people were reported homeless in Las Vegas, with over half having no access to any kind of permanent shelter. One major culprit? The sky-high cost of housing. For every 100 low-income renters in Las Vegas, there are only 14 affordable housing units available. That's right, 14. This shortage forces many residents to spend more than 30% of their income on rent, leaving them just one unexpected expense away from homelessness. Mental health and addiction further compound the problem. Many homeless individuals grapple with substance abuse and unresolved trauma, creating barriers to stability. Studies reveal that nearly 2/3 of Las Vegas homeless population cite unemployment as the primary cause of their situation. While some face fewer mental health challenges, those displaced due to evictions or family conflicts often experience heightened addiction and mental health issues. The COVID-19 pandemic only deepened these struggles, with eviction moratoriums ending and affordable housing options dwindling, leaving countless families on the brink of despair. Homelessness isn't just a physical battle. It's also a fight against stigma and discrimination. Negative public perceptions often paint homeless individuals as burdens or threats, ignoring the complex circumstances that lead to their plight. This societal judgment makes it harder for them to access job opportunities or receive the respect and dignity they deserve. Struggling to survive, many resort to panhandling, collecting recyclables, or informal work. But these efforts often expose them to exploitation and abuse. Some even fall victim to human trafficking or illegal labor schemes, trapped by their desperation. Health challenges further exacerbate their struggles. Without access to hygiene or nutrition, homeless individuals are prone to chronic illnesses like tuberculosis, skin infections, and respiratory diseases. Mental health conditions, including bipolar disorder and schizophrenia, worsen under the constant stress of street life. Take the story of Carl Graves, a 44-year-old man who, after losing his apartment, found himself battling bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, and epilepsy on the streets. His story, like many others, highlights the devastating intersection of homelessness and health crises. Access to health care is limited for the homeless population. Most lack insurance or reliable transportation, relying on emergency rooms as their primary source of care. While Nevada's Medicaid expansion in 2014 provided some relief, many still depend on costly emergency services. This reactive approach fails to address underlying health issues, creating a cycle of escalating medical crises that burden both the homeless and the healthcare system. Life on the streets of Las Vegas is brutal. Summers in the Mojave Desert bring temperatures soaring above 110 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees Celsius. Winters, while less extreme, plunge into dangerously cold nights. For those without shelter, it's a battle against the elements. Heat stroke by day, hypothermia by night. Some seek refuge underground in the city's flood control tunnels. Known as mole people, these individuals face their own set of dangers. Sudden floods, unsanitary conditions, and the constant threat of violence. Yet for many, the tunnels are safer than the surface, where they face frequent police raids and exploitation. The growing homeless population affects more than just those living on the streets. It creates social challenges, strains public resources, and tarnishes the city's image. Public spaces become makeshift shelters, disrupting the daily lives of residents and tourists alike. Emergency services and healthcare systems face significant strain, with rising costs impacting taxpayers. The visible contrast between wealth and despair in Las Vegas underscores a widening social divide that demands urgent attention. In Las Vegas, an estimated 40% of homeless individuals rely on emergency rooms as their primary source of medical care. This strains resources and drives up costs, creating a cycle of inefficiency that benefits no one. The city isn't ignoring the problem. Programs like the Courtyard Homeless Resource Center aim to provide temporary housing, medical care, and job training. Shelters like Las Vegas Rescue Mission and the Shade Tree offer recovery programs and accommodations. But there's a catch. Limited funding, capacity issues, and a lack of transportation make it hard for these initiatives to meet the growing demand. And for those without ID, even accessing these services can be nearly impossible. Charities like Shine a Light work tirelessly to reach the tunnel residents, offering resources and hope. Yet the challenges remain immense. The sight of luxury casinos towering over makeshift camps is a stark reminder that not everyone in Las Vegas is playing with the same deck of cards. This growing crisis demands attention, not just from city officials, but from all of us. Homelessness isn't a personal failing, it's a societal one. If Las Vegas, a city that prides itself on being larger than life, can't find a way to care for its most vulnerable, what does that say about us as a society? Let's not turn away. Let's shine a light on this hidden crisis and work toward real, lasting solutions. If this story moved you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can raise awareness and make a difference.